Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Caravan of Garbage, where we're taking a swing at something that I don't think we'll do very well, but hey, it's the season for it, Mason.
For tanking the algorithm again.
We're back.
This is take 2 of tanking the algorithm.
Yeah, and if you look at the views on the last time we did that, the Michael Crichton adaptations, oh, they get lower every episode.
Okay, great.
Don't worry about that. This time the topic is, that's a comic book movie?
Yeah, wow.
So we're going to do 4 entries in the That's a Comic Book Movie franchise. They're not all in the same franchise. They're 4 separate movies.
They're in a franchise in our heart.
That's right.
Whatever the 4 are, and I don't know what they are beyond the first one, they all exist in the same universe to me.
Correct. So we're starting, of course, with 1994's Timecop. One word.
That's right.
Yeah.
I always thought it was 2 words.
No, Mason.
Well, that's on me.
I agree.
This is my first apology. Let's mark that down.
Well, look, if you want to make amends, and maybe people could help you with this, you could leave a like, along with everybody else.
Okay, cool.
Great, fantastic. So this, of course, is based off the Dark Horse comic of the same name.
Don't say of course.
Of course, Mason.
Okay.
Written by Mike Richardson, who, of course, is one of the
Come on.
founders of
Come
Dark
on,
Horse.
man.
So he did the comic and the movie as well.
Yeah,
The story of this does exist within the comics, but I wouldn't say the source material is particularly well known. I mean, the first issue he appears in, it's with a bunch of other stuff, including Predator and probably RoboCop or whatever.
But not together.
No.
No, they're not friends.
Separate stories. They're not friends.
Interesting because both Timecop and the Terminator have traveled through time.
That's
so you
true.
think they would be friends. You'd think they'd bond on that level.
Or they try to kill each other.
RoboCop went through time that time.
Yeah, he did, when he did Terminator 2.
That's the time, yes.
And he did it other times.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, but he did do Terminator 2 that time. I guess also the thing about Dark Horse Comics is they were mostly known for adapting previously existing IP.
Verses and so forth.
Yeah, and like expanding it. They had Star Wars for the longest time, Alien, Predator, Terminator, RoboCop. What else, Mason?
Barbed wire.
Barbed wire. That's one.
Actually, barbed wire is an original concept. It's for Comics Greatest World, which was their equivalent of like a superhero universe.
Okay. Also, barbed wire is next week.
Oh, all right.
I've heard it's bad.
I've heard it's bad too.
Yeah. Looking forward to that. So the story of this, because we're going to have to do a brief recap, of course,
Yeah.
is what?
Okay, so in 1994,
Yep.
the past, time travel is invented.
What?
Right? But that means, of course, that people are going to do evil time travel stuff. How'd they get the time machines? I don't know.
No, they explained it.
No, they didn't.
It was a spare one at the end.
Oh, right.
The bad
okay.
guy had the prototype.
Okay.
You don't see it,
Right.
but you could have just filmed the same one and like reversed the shot and be like, yeah, this one goes right to left instead of left to right.
Okay, but how many were there? Because it seems
2.
like... Yeah, but it seems
Oh,
like...
no, there's others, isn't there?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying
I think
it's
it's all-
gone nuts immediately.
Yeah, you're probably right.
This movie asks... This movie doesn't ask any questions.
No, it makes you ask questions of the movie.
And it doesn't have any answers, because that's what a 90s movie does.
Yeah.
It takes the very basic premise, which I'll now explain, and then it goes, please do not think about it. We'll give
Yeah.
you some fun set pieces. A man will do the splits a bunch of times.
Yep.
There'll be a sex scene. Wouldn't say that these days. There's laser sights. We're going nuts with the laser sights.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then the movie ends. Oh, and a guy melts. Runs into himself and he melts.
Yes.
He melts. Oh, it's spectacular. Anyway, so time travel is invented. So they're going to need, the US government's going to need an organization to police all the time travel to make sure nobody goes back in time and kills Hitler, for example.
Yeah.
I mean,
They specifically cite that example.
they say...
You might create Turbo Hitler.
Yeah, what somebody says, you shouldn't go back in time to kill Hitler, even though everybody in this room probably wants to. To which I would say, I don't know if every politician would want to go back and kill Hitler.
No, I don't think so either. Also, it's a bad sperm situation, you know?
Well, we'll get to that, I think, shortly, but I have so many questions.
So there's evil people doing bad time travel for profit, and Jean-Claude Van Damme, he's on the tech,
Yes.
the Time Enforcement Commission, because he was befouled
Yes.
when they shot his wife, who was Ferris Bueller's girlfriend.
And also Harley Quinn from Birds of Prey.
Oh yeah, that's right, the TV series.
Yes.
Flash forward to the year 2004.
Which at this point is the far future.
All the cars are nonsense. They don't have windscreens. They're clearly just Toyota Corollas with some boxes stuck on them.
And pipes and so forth. You go to the body shop in 2004 and you take your Toyota Corolla in and you go, can you make this theme to the Super Mario Brothers movie, please? Could you do that? Oh, you can. Terrific. But luckily, you don't have to show any more of the future of 2004
Nah, man.
because all the crime is happening, wouldn't you know it, back in 1994.
Yeah.
The guy who is the politician who is the head of the oversight committee for this Timecop situation.
Yeah.
He's been using Timecop stuff and time travel stuff to fund his bid for the presidency.
And then he wants to shut down the Timecop League, which, you know, is suspicious in itself.
Isn't it, though? Yeah.
Yeah, and Jean-Claude Van Damme's like, I think this guy's doing time crimes. And everyone's like, well,
We're all
maybe.
on the take, honestly. Every single one of us, besides you and the chief,
Yeah.
you're all on the take. Because, I don't know if you can... What you've done is you've given a bunch of cops, a really small number of cops, too. There's like
Yeah.
a dozen guys.
No one's watching him.
You've given them all incredible time travel abilities, and who watches The Watchmen?
That's right.
Just Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have a lot of... You know what it is that it's some real penny ante stuff. Like, clearly they've
What
taken...
does that mean?
Like, it's a real nickel and dime situation, all these things. It's kind of like they've taken this thing to heart of like, well, you can't kill Hitler.
Yeah.
So they're all just like, oh, you know what, let's go back in time and make money. But it's all such elaborate stuff
Stocks.
for such ultimately little gain.
Yeah.
Like
cowboy stuff or something.
well, so and obviously, you know, because it's a movie from the 90s, you know, you just want to put in a couple of flashy set pieces
Yeah.
to prove it's a time travel movie. Really, you could take out most of the time travel stuff. If it's just a corrupt cop who gets betrayed and then he gets
Yeah.
his revenge or whatever, you can take out the time travel stuff. But the opening sequence, of course, is set during the Civil War, and a battalion of Confederate troops are moving some gold.
Yeah.
And a guy shows up and he's like, "Give me all your gold," and he whips out his big 90s machine gun with laser sights on him. Bang!
Yeah.
He takes the gold, and there's another sequence where a man we learn was Jean-Claude Van Damme's former Timecop partner. He has gone back in time to the 1930s.
Yeah.
And what he is doing is he's got a list of stocks that are valuable in the future.
And he's got a Walkman.
And he's going to buy them all cheap in the 30s.
I think it's a mini disc player, but go on,
And
sorry.
then he's going to be rich. Then he's going to get that money in the future, and he's going to use that for nefarious ends. Give that money to his boss, who's the politician, to fund his presidential campaign.
Pretty good. Pretty slick.
But in both of these situations, like this one, he's going to have to go back in time. He has to hire an office. He has to get an old-timey suit.
Oh, yeah.
He has to...
He has to work there for a while.
Well, how did he get the initial money? Because you can't use modern money. You'd have to get old-timey money. So they can either make a bunch of...
Oh, you can print it. It's fine.
That's what I'm saying. Either
You just have a photocopy. They wouldn't know back
I was
then.
going to say, either you can print a bunch of old-timey money, in which case, why couldn't you just counterfeit 2004 money?
That's harder.
Or did they send him back in time to like 1920 and he's been sweeping floors for 10 years just to get a scratch to...
Yeah, also, like, he doesn't need an office. He could just buy stock.
Right?
Yeah.
I guess, you know.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. And same with the other thing, like you've got this, you go back in time, you steal this gold, you go into the future and you use that money to buy a nuclear warhead. You know what you could do is you could just write down the winning lottery numbers and you could go back in time a week and just get the money. I looked it up. In our 2004, the biggest US lottery win was $290 million.
That's enough.
I think that's probably enough. At one point, the politician's like, "Oh, I've got to pay $50 million for this. Oh, how am I going to get that money?" Win the lottery. Just win the lottery.
You could do it. You could go back an hour.
You could go back an hour.
Yeah.
Right?
Just don't touch yourself. You'll turn into a goo.
That's true.
A screaming goo.
And that is the... I have more questions.
No, look, you're not wrong. And I think the thing about the time travel in this, the rules are kind of all over the place. I do like the time travel ripple effect. I'm sure that was spellbinding at the time, like the show Spellbinder.
Here are the rules. Don't kill Hitler.
Yep.
Which, again, I'm going to get to in a minute.
Yep.
Don't touch yourself.
Yep.
Don't touch me.
Don't touch your past self. Those are separate things.
Yeah.
What's another one?
You have to get shot back on a rocket car on a track.
To go into the past.
Yeah, but then when you get there, sometimes you fly in,
Yes.
and sometimes you just walk in.
Yeah.
And then to get back...
You just push a button on your vest.
Yeah, but then you're back in the rocket car, and it sends you going the opposite direction.
Oh, also, you can't go to the future.
No, you can't go to the future because
It hasn't happened
it
yet.
hasn't happened yet.
But at some point, it would have happened.
Yeah.
So they're at the forefront of the future.
Yeah, that's
in
right.
2004.
Yeah.
But now we could go back to 2004.
That's right, and be like, oh yeah, weird cars.
Right?
Weird,
I don't
that's
remember
right.
them being this weird. I guess if you won $290 million, you could buy a Super Mario Brothers themed car, I guess.
Now this is, for a number of reasons, this is peak Van Damme.
Absolutely.
I would say peak popularity. Of course, Street Fighter came out this year. We talked about that in an earlier video a few months back. Also, his name is Max Walker, which means nothing to you if you live outside of Australia or you're Australian and you were born after the year 1993.
That's right.
So Max Walker was a cricket player / commentator
Slash football player.
/ football player who was also the main character of a cricket commentary, parody, comedy series of CDs called The 12th Man.
That's right. Which we have mentioned before.
Yes. Don't worry about it. This is only relevant to us.
He also wrote a number of sports-related anecdote books, including How to Kiss a Crocodile and How to Puzzle a Python.
R.I.P. by the way.
Yeah, that's
he
right.
died in 2016.
We miss him.
What I do like about sending Jean-Claude Van Damme back in time, or to like the 30s, is that he's fighting old school boxing guys.
That's right.
And they've never seen a guy do the splits or use sticks.
Spin kicks?
Oh yeah, just being kicked.
This is what I wanted from Timeline, because a couple of weeks ago when we tried to tank the algorithm,
It worked!
It worked. We had to go back in time a couple of times to try it.
Yeah.
We were like, we were watching popular movies,
Yeah.
popular TV shows, didn't work.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, in Timeline, they didn't do anything from the future.
No.
They didn't use their future skills, but this guy's going
God,
freaking
just
nuts.
a guy who can kick you in the nuts. I feel like that would change the future if you kicked the dude in the nuts, right?
That would spread like wildfire
Absolutely.
among the gangs, you know? But that's the thing I was going to say, right? They say don't kill Hitler. But if you kill Hitler,
Yeah.
or you did anything like of that scale...
They killed the politician, the
right?
lead villain, so...
and spoiler alert, Van Damme does change the past, so his wife is
Like
still
a number
alive.
of times,
But
yeah.
if you kill Hitler, what would happen is the socio-political makeup of the world would change so significantly that millions of people who were going to be born wouldn't be born, and
Yeah.
vice versa.
It would be a different
Entire different
8
world.
billion people, whatever.
And the knock-on effects would go on year. So statistically speaking, the guy who invented time travel wouldn't exist.
yeah,
So then what would happen? The timeline would just reset?
I guess.
So don't even worry about it.
Don't even worry about it.
I mean, that's what I would tell my boss if I worked in the Timecop offices as to why I keep leaving early. I'm like, well, boss, because of the paradox. That's why I'm taking a half day. Also, I'm in the union.
And it's one of those situations where I'd imagine they're sitting around a boardroom and they're like, is this like a multiple reality things? Is it one timeline? And they're like, who cares?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Is it a multiverse? Don't say that.
Yeah. Are we branching off? There's no way to know. And no, don't think about it.
Fuck's sake.
We just got to stop these little nickel and dime things. I was going to say, like, the thought just occurred to me is like, if the bad guys were just going back in time and buying lottery tickets, it would just be 90 minutes of Van Damme busting people in 7-Elevens.
Coming in, doing the splits.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Slamming them over the counter and being like, this is for the timeline.
God. I mean, the splits are really his thing at this point.
Nobody in the 30s would have had that flexibility.
No. Remember the bit where he avoids the taser in the kitchen?
Yeah.
God, that's good stuff in that Total Recall room that he lives in.
Those are the two things I remember from
Yeah.
watching some
God,
of
he
this-
looks good, doesn't he?
Watching some of this on the TV back in
Yeah.
the day. It's the machine gun guy at the start with
Yeah.
the laser sights because they were so 90s and so future.
Yeah.
And doing the splits. He even looks good with that 2004 mullet.
Totally.
Which we all had.
He had that in Hard Target as well, I want to say.
Maybe.
One of those.
Sure. And he's a lover.
And he's okay, let's talk about this.
Okay.
Sex.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a
Now you're talking my language.
so there is a sex scene in this.
Yep.
And then there's like a very brief 10-second point of view virtual reality sex moment.
That's right, because one of the guys in the time travel, one of the guys in the time travel
One of the
agency,
IT guys,
he's goofing off on the job.
He looks like one of the guys that would be doing that too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where we got, isn't it? So it's not wrong.
And he's in a union,
he's in
so
a
he's
union.
allowed. The boss can't stop him.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'd imagine, and I don't really remember, but this would have been one of those movies that all the kids knew about. That's like, oh no, it's got that bit in it.
Yeah,
You
if
know?
you watched it on VHS, if
Yes.
you watched it on TV, all that would be gone.
That is true.
He would go in to kiss Harley Quinn from Birds of Prey, and then it would cut,
Yeah.
and then it would be.
That's right. This was the era where you couldn't get pornography. Now you can get too much pornography all of the time. You know?
I agree.
I'm not sex negative, Mason. I say if you want to get a bunch of pornography, that's good. But maybe don't get too much pornography. Just a little bit of a PSA.
Can we Photoshop that onto James's tombstone? Here it is. If you want to get all the pornography, you can do that, and that's great, or whatever you said. But don't get too much pornography.
I think the villain is really good at this.
Back again, I don't see how you get it all in time.
Ron Silver.
It's shades of that guy in Die Hard.
Absolutely.
The slimy businessman in Die Hard.
He's from Supergirl. What's his name? Hart Bochner or something?
Oh, yeah, could be.
Yeah, something like that. And he's just got great, colourful henchmen. And I think also he does a really good job of separating the 1994 version from the 2004 version. I think those are very distinct.
Like the future one's like, aha! And the past one's like, what?
I'm fat. He's got me fat. You look mostly the same. I think also there's some incredible special effects in this. There's a few split screen moments with that villainous character.
There's a few splits on the screen.
True. But you know where he does the walk around of himself? There's a moment where he drops himself a letter, which is really good.
Yeah.
I think there's great compositing in this in general. There's a moment where Van Damme appears in front of a truck and then ducks under it.
A truck and duck.
A truck and duck.
The classic truck and duck. You don't see those anymore.
You really can't and
Because
don't.
you just have two people, talk in front of a green screen and
Yeah,
just
yeah,
comp
yeah.
and whatever.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, I think one of the reasons, and we've talked about this extensively on our podcast, The Weekly Planet, James, and other places, you can't get me to shut up about it. The thing about movies from the 90s is they often look really good because the people making them had to think about the shot before they filmed it.
Very sparing use of whatever. You had to, exactly plan it out. I think Corridor Crew should look at this,
Oh, yeah? Fix it?
No, it's good. Just look at it and go, pretty good for the time.
Oh, yeah, nice.
And then one of them goes, what?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's good.
There is a nice scene as well, I thought, and it's not special effects based, but there's a moment where Van Damme is watching a video of his wife,
Oh,
and he already
classic wife died.
dead wife.
footage.
I know it's dead wife footage, but he's watched it so many times, he knows what he's going to say before he says it.
You know what? I haven't mentioned this. He's really good in this.
I agree.
And I think it is a good movie. Does it make sense?
No.
Is it good? Maybe not. Is it a good movie, though? Yes.
It's certainly watchable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's some great deaths. There's a dude who plummets from the sky and lands on a car. That's a great, just heavy dummy hitting the windscreen.
And a great reaction from a guy.
Yeah, man.
From the old-timey copper on the street who gets two reactions.
Yeah.
One, wow, that guy just disappeared. Two, oh, he just reappeared, now he's dead. Gets the two. He gets both.
Yeah.
Gets to have his cake and eat it too, you know?
I think he's Irish also, which is just
yeah.
brilliant. Also, a guy has his arm frozen and then kicked off. But it gets kicked off like, it's not just his arm, it's like part of his body. And it looks a little wonky, but I'm like, that's a good death too, man.
I agree.
Oh, he's got a partner that betrays him, of course.
He's got two partners that betray him.
That's true, actually.
Yeah. You think maybe it's just because his vibe is off?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he probably has a bad vibe.
Yeah, he probably does, yeah. And I do like the moment where he goes back and sees his wife. And she's alive in the shopping mall. And she's like, what happened to you? And it's like, dude, he looks the same. Like, he grew a mullet. If that's,
That's right.
If anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a couple of Van Dammes running around in the final sequence in
Yeah, that's
Van
right.
Damme's home. I like all of that. It's just there's enough of him on screen together. You're never in a state of disbelief that there isn't two of him. I think it's...
When did Double Impact come out? After this?
God, one packs a piece, the other packs a punch, Mason.
You better believe it.
I want to say the exact same time.
Potentially, sure.
I'm checking though. Yeah, 91.
Okay, there you
Yeah.
go. Well, I guess they did their market research and they went, well, people want two Van Dammes on screen at once.
That's true. Yeah. And I know you brought it up before, but the I do like the melding death where they both come together. I know it looks like Lawnmower Man or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's a fun blending effect.
Sometimes things got to look like Lawnmower Man.
Exactly. Sometimes they have to. Yeah. And of course, at the ending, he does change time because he fixes everything and his wife's alive and he has a kid. But
Which they'd all be doing because you'd never know.
you would, yeah, exactly. And
The timeline might have been changed 1,000 times, but nobody knows because all the history books would be changed
Yeah.
too. Or they wouldn't?
one time he comes back and his boss is like, "I don't like you," and he's like, "We're friends," and he's like, "All right."
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, okay, if you
Yeah.
say so. But also, he has no memory of that. So if you change the timeline, you don't have a memory of the series of events that led you to that point. If you're in the regular timeline.
These are not questions for anyone, James. They'll never be answered.
You're right. Who am I asking? Who am I talking to?
I don't know, man.
Leave it in the comments. Don't. I don't. Just don't.
Maybe if you have theories.
Yeah.
Maybe if you know whoever wrote this.
Yeah. Well, we
Maybe
do.
you know Sam Raimi who produced this.
That's right.
And the other guy, Robert Tappert?
Robert Tapas.
Yes.
Not my favourite food.
Okay.
Mason, it's time for trivia. You're under arrest.
Damn.
This is a trivia section of the show where I go, I've looked into some stuff. Van Damme credited Peter Hyams as the only person, he was the director, who came to visit him while he was in rehab. Isn't that nice?
That is nice.
Yeah, because they did a bunch of movies together.
Where were you, Sam Raimi and Robert Tappert? Were you getting your favourite food? Pinchos, which are like tapas but not?
Yeah, I think they probably were the whole time. Max's 2004 hairstyle was partially influenced by Wolverine from the comics, apparently. And of course, he also wore Wolverine brand work boots. Could you see that when he does the high kick?
Pretty dope, yeah.
I don't think his hair is influenced by Wolverine. I think it's just a mullet.
Yeah.
Straight up, brother.
Agreed, yeah.
Yeah. And also, you might know this, but what's Max's futuristic wristwatch? Do you know?
I didn't see.
It's a stock Casio model DW-400.
That's great.
I agree.
That's the future, baby.
It's the future and the past at this point. Now, the box office for this, on a budget of $28 million, it made $100 million. This is Van Damme's highest grossing solo movie, like lead movie. Like Street Fighter did well, but he's not the only one in Street Fighter.
Is that including Double Impact, where it's technically not a solo movie because there's two of it?
Yeah, I would say so. That's probably including that. Yeah,
Right.
and we talked about Van Damme's career when we did Street Fighter, but he basically he wanted more money for subsequent films because Jim Carrey was the highest paid actor in Hollywood, and he's like, well, I'm at that level. But Jim Carrey in 1994 had 3 #1 films. He had Ace Ventura, The Mask, and the one with Jeff Daniels or whatever, Dog Car, and.
And this guy only had Super Mario Brothers car.
Yeah, that's right. And so, it ended up being his highest grossing movie of all time. As of so far.
Oh?
I mean, Expendables, again, probably did better, but that's an action vehicle for boring people. Both in it and watching it.
That was going to be my question. Thank you for answering it in advance.
Now, in terms of the future of Timecop, you probably know this.
According to this movie, there is no future, so nothing?
Oh, yeah. Well, time still moves forward, but I see what you're saying. There was a short-lived TV series in 1997 called Timecop, one word. And there was also a direct-to-video sequel named Timecop: The Berlin Decision, starring Jason Scott Lee and Thomas Ian Griffith. They don't really tie into each other at all.
Okay, not even some saved, some leftover footage from this where you can just see Van Damme in the background or whatever.
Doing a karate kick or whatever. Yeah, there's probably some of that, I guess. I don't understand why this didn't really continue the way that even Universal Soldier did. Because Van Damme will come back and do a Universal Soldier every 3 to 5 years,
I think the answer is because it's harder to write.
Oh, okay.
Universal Soldier is just guys with guns, but this is like, we have some questions about how time travel works. Well, we don't want to answer those. Seems difficult.
Is it a multiverse? Shut up.
Yeah, just shut up. Just shut up.
Anyways, if you want to see these videos early, because we're doing Barbed Wire next week, and maybe you want to see that early for some reason, if you head over to bigsandwich.co, it's like our private Patreon, where not only do early videos go up there, we also do video game Let's Plays. We do movie commentaries. We do bonus podcasts.
Ooh.
We also have a podcast called The Weekly Planet, where we talk movies and comics and TV shows.
That is so true.
That comes out every Monday, where we talk about the movie of the week and a bunch of other stuff, don't we?
Yes.
We're like, is there a Fantastic Four movie coming out? Yeah, we'll talk about that or whatever. That's what we'll do.
That's right. We'll talk about anything or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
Quite frankly.
That's on its own YouTube channel, Spotify, Apple, if you do want to check it out. But thank you for watching this. And thank you to Ben and Lawrence for the edit.
Thank you, Ben and Lawrence.
And thank you to Timecop, the movie.
Thanks, Timecop.
Also, really hard to purchase.
In Australia, certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the deal there is. I don't know. All right, thanks, everyone.
Grab that gem, you guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.